India's acquisition of the S-400 Triumph air defense system from Russia marked a significant development in South Asia's security landscape. This sophisticated system, known for its extended range and advanced capabilities, immediately became a subject of intense interest. Many wondered how the S-400 would alter the balance of power in the region. The S-400's arrival raised critical questions about its potential role in future conflicts. Both countries have a history of military confrontations, adding complexity to the equation. India's decision to procure the S-400 was driven by its need to counter advancements in Pakistan's missile and air force capabilities. However, this move also signaled India's intent to project power and assert its dominance in the region. The arrival of the S-400 in India was not merely a military acquisition, it was a geopolitical statement. The S-400's presence serves as a deterrent, raising the stakes for any potential adversary considering hostile actions against India. The S-400 Triumph, also known by its NATO reporting name SA-21 Growler, is Russia's most advanced long-range surface-to-air missile system. It is a formidable weapons system designed to engage a wide range of aerial threats, including aircraft, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and drones. The S-400 is a mobile system, capable of rapid deployment and redeployment, making it a highly versatile asset on the modern battlefield. The system's powerful radars can detect and track multiple targets simultaneously at distances of up to 400 kilometers. This extended range gives the S-400 a significant advantage, allowing it to engage threats far beyond the reach of most other air defense systems. The S-400 system is armed with a variety of missiles, each designed to counter specific types of aerial threats. These missiles can intercept targets flying at varying altitudes and speeds, making the S-400 a highly adaptable air defense system. The system can engage targets at altitudes ranging from low-flying helicopters to high-altitude ballistic missiles, demonstrating its versatility in countering a wide spectrum of threats. The S-400's sophisticated electronic warfare capabilities further enhance its effectiveness, allowing it to jam enemy radars and disrupt communication systems, giving it an edge in electronic warfare scenarios. In month year, a series of events rapidly escalated tensions between India and Pakistan, leading to a dangerous standoff between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. The conflict was sparked by, briefly explain the trigger event without assigning blame, which resulted in casualties and heightened emotions on both sides. This incident triggered a chain of events that brought the two nations to the brink of war, raising serious concerns within the international community. Following the initial incident, both India and Pakistan engaged in a war of words, with each accusing the other of provocation and aggression. Diplomatic channels were activated in an attempt to de-escalate the situation, but the rhetoric continued to escalate. Military forces on both sides were placed on high alert, and cross-border shelling and firing became increasingly frequent, raising fears of a larger conflict. As tensions escalated, there were reports of mention any specific incidents like airspace violations, military buildups, or cyber attacks. The international community, deeply concerned by the escalating situation, urged both sides to exercise restraint and engage in dialogue to prevent the crisis from escalating into a full-blown war. As tensions soared, conflicting narratives emerged from India and Pakistan about the effectiveness of India's S-400 air defense system. India claimed the S-400 neutralized Pakistani missiles and drones, showcasing its military prowess. Indian media highlighted the S-400's advanced capabilities and success in thwarting Pakistani attempts. Pakistan denied these claims, calling them exaggerated propaganda. They argued India inflated the S-400's capabilities to project strength. The conflicting narratives from India and Pakistan regarding the S-400's effectiveness underscore the challenges of verifying claims during a conflict. Both sides have a vested interest in presenting their actions in a favorable light, often resorting to propaganda and disinformation to shape the narrative. The absence of independent verification further complicates the situation, making it difficult to determine the veracity of the claims made by either side. Without access to the battlefield, independent analysts and observers rely on open-source information, which can be incomplete, inaccurate, or deliberately misleading. Satellite imagery, while useful, has its limitations and may not provide conclusive evidence to support or refute claims made by either side. The lack of transparency from both India and Pakistan regarding their military capabilities and operations further hinders efforts to ascertain the truth. The fog of war, characterized by confusion, uncertainty, and misinformation, makes it exceedingly difficult to determine the true extent of the S-400's role in the conflict. Until credible and verifiable evidence emerges from independent sources, the effectiveness of India's S-400 air defense system against Pakistani missiles and drones will remain a subject of debate and speculation. Regardless of the contested claims surrounding its effectiveness in the recent conflict, India's acquisition of the S-400 air defense system has undeniably shifted the balance of power in South Asia. The S-400's advanced capabilities, coupled with its long-range reach, pose a significant challenge to Pakistan's Air Force and missile program, potentially altering the dynamics of future military confrontations. Pakistan, acutely aware of the S-400's potential to constrain its military options, will likely seek ways to counter or circumvent this system. This could lead to an arms race, with Pakistan investing in countermeasures, such as electronic warfare systems or stealth technology, to maintain its ability to project power and deter Indian actions. The S-400's presence also has implications for regional stability. While India maintains that the system is purely defensive, its deployment could be perceived as a provocative move by Pakistan, potentially fueling further mistrust and instability. The risk of miscalculation and escalation remains a significant concern, given the heightened tensions and the lack of trust between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. The S-400's arrival in South Asia underscores the evolving nature of warfare in the region, where advancements in technology are rapidly changing the security calculus. The S-400's introduction into the India-Pakistan military equation raises questions about the future of warfare between these two nuclear-armed rivals. The S-400's ability to effectively target aircraft, cruise missiles, and potentially even ballistic missiles at extended ranges poses a significant challenge to traditional modes of warfare. Pakistan, recognizing the limitations imposed by the S-400, might be compelled to explore asymmetric warfare tactics to offset India's technological advantage. This could involve a greater reliance on irregular warfare, cyber attacks, or even the potential use of tactical nuclear weapons in a limited conflict scenario. India, while bolstered by the S-400's defensive capabilities, must also adapt its military doctrine to this new reality. The S-400's presence does not make India invulnerable, and over-reliance on a single system could create vulnerabilities that Pakistan might exploit. The S-400's impact on future India-Pakistan military confrontations is difficult to predict with certainty. However, its presence necessitates a re-evaluation of military strategies and doctrines on both sides. The presence of the S-400 in South Asia has ignited concerns about a regional arms race, with neighboring countries potentially seeking to acquire similar advanced weaponry to counter India's perceived military advantage. Such an arms race could destabilize the region, diverting resources from essential development needs and heightening tensions. Furthermore, the acquisition of sophisticated weaponry by multiple actors in the region could increase the risk of accidental conflict or miscalculation. The lack of clear communication channels and established protocols for managing such advanced weapon systems could exacerbate tensions and heighten the risk of unintended escalation. The international community has a vested interest in promoting dialogue and confidence-building measures between India and Pakistan to prevent an arms race and foster regional stability. Encouraging transparency in arms acquisitions, promoting responsible export controls, and facilitating military-to-military exchanges could help mitigate the risks associated with the proliferation of advanced weaponry in South Asia. The proliferation of advanced weapon systems like the S-400 underscores the need for a renewed international commitment to arms control and disarmament. The S-400's arrival in South Asia marks a significant turning point in the region's security landscape. Its presence has introduced new dynamics and uncertainties into the already complex relationship between India and Pakistan. The future trajectory of this relationship will depend on several factors, including the evolving regional security environment, the domestic political calculations of both countries, and the broader geopolitical context. While the S-400's deployment has undoubtedly bolstered India's defensive capabilities, it has also heightened the stakes in any potential conflict with Pakistan. The risk of miscalculation and escalation remains a significant concern, given the history of mistrust and the lack of effective conflict resolution mechanisms between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. The international community must remain actively engaged in promoting dialogue, confidence-building measures, and conflict resolution mechanisms between India and Pakistan. The future of India-Pakistan relations remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. The introduction of advanced weapon systems like the S-400 underscores the urgency of pursuing peaceful solutions and building a more stable and secure future for the region.